Hey, what's up there, you guys? Your man Joe came around just to find that you need to know. So I was on a live stream, and a sister in the Lord was talking about how the men are in the churches, and she does have some valid points. And it kind of inspired me to put this kind of video out there. It's called "Why Your Husband Would Not Go to Church with You," and I think in this day and age, you know, things has been happening in the church, and some churches are under the demonic under the authority of the darkness. I think it would be appropriate to speak on it. One of the reasons why your husband does not want to go to church with you, or you're trying to get your husband to go to church with you, is one of the reasons is, if you probably already heard this, if your pastor gets more honor from you than you give to your husband. Now, like I said, it's been quite a bit of a minute for me, because I haven't been to church in quite some time now, because the Lord did pull me out of church, I think like 2 years ago, because the whole church system is pretty much under the demonic of Satan, under the authority of Satan. Yeah, and I think that's probably more of the reason why. Is that, yeah, I mean, I don't know how often that wives honor their pastors more than their husbands. Like I said, I do not know much about this. It's just pretty much going off the top of my head. Especially, the only time if I ever see wives honoring their pastors more than their husband is in movies, where the wife would invite the pastor into the church, and the husband is like, really, you bring that man into our home, our safe and comfortable space? The pastor should be in the church, or be at his home doing his wife. I hope I didn't take that the wrong way. Yeah, please forgive me. I know I'm trying to be as PG as possible, because I realize I got kids watching me. But yeah, and I don't know if my wife were to bring the pastor home to my house, whether if I know it or not, I still would have been like, maybe it's not the time or the day for that. Maybe the pastor should go home. I just don't want the pastor at home at all. I just want to spend some comforting time with my wife. But if my wife just kept on inviting the pastor into our home, I'm gonna be discouraged. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I probably would. Okay, another reason why your husband won't go to church with you is because your husband probably doesn't like being because a lot of churches, they're having a lot of women pastors in the churches now, or ordain them as pastors. A lot of men do not want to be under the authority of women. And I say, and it goes for the same for the homosexuals or gays, the gay people, lesbians, or gay men. And I'll even say it, in people that are in incest or in fornication and stuff like that. Yeah, or divorce. They don't want to be under the authority of that. I mean, especially towards women. I don't like, even for me, I don't know, I feel kind of iffy. Not to say that, yeah, I probably wouldn't go to church with her if your church is full, is under the authority of a woman. I don't know, I feel some type of way about it. I don't like I don't like to be under the authority of anyone except for Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit. But, I think that's just how I'm thinking right now. Yeah. So, yeah. Another reason why your husband does not go to church with you is the fact that there's way too many single women there. There's a growing epidemic in the churches that there's not just single women, there's, divorced women and stuff like that. But there's way too many single women in the churches. What I mean by that is that there is a lot don't know. I guess it's just too much. I think there is a lot of single women that would possibly or probably be more likely try to get with the pastor, or could possibly get with the married men that are in the churches. And yeah, and I think that could be possibly one of the reasons why your husband does not go to church with you or something like that. And another reason why your husband does not go to church with you is because of the nakedness that's been happening. You know, a lot of women most oftenly would show off their, their cleavage or their boobs and their butts and their tight clothing. And a lot of men, not just men, but I say women as well, who are dealing with the whole lesbian thing. But a lot of men in this day and age, pornography is rampant in this day and time. You got Instagram, Snapchat, and many other things. I mean, it looks more worse than it is in the church, because there's many people in the church that are struggling with lust, or struggling being or wanting to be idolized or worshipped by the clothes that they're wearing, if they're showing off their boobs and their butts. And yeah, and I think that the pastor should be telling them to say, hey, cover up your bodies. This is for your husband only. Show off your body to your husband. Tell your husband to, baby, I did some squash today. Feel my butt, okay? Or something like that. I don't know. Please be guided by the Holy Spirit. I'm just being dumb right now. But again, there's a lot of nakedness that's happening in the churches, and especially married women. That I don't know why married women are showing off their cleavages in the church. I think there's something wrong. Maybe the husband is allowing that, or maybe she's the head of the household. I don't know. It's just something about women who show off their bodies, or married women that show off their bodies. It's either like she's the head of the household when she show off her nakedness. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just like, it's been a while since I've been to churches in a while. Yeah, you can pretty much see that. What else? I should have wrote everything down before I did this. I should have. What else? Oh, one of the reasons why men do not go to church with you is because they don't teach modesty. Not just women, but men as well. They don't teach modesty. They don't tell the women to dress, fully clothed. I know I need to go shopping. I need to cover up these arms. I really do. But like I said, they don't teach modesty. Sometimes the pastor might say, or to the congregation women, say, you need to put on, if you want to satisfy your man, you need to put on your makeup and high heels and stuff like that. No, no, modest. Be modest. I miss whatever happened with women who have modest day. Yes. What happened to that? What happened to the women who dress up in modest apparel? We just abandoned them. I mean, they still exist. They probably getting persecuted by, worldly people and stuff like that are not fashionably. But, yeah. And I think, and another reason why a lot of men do not want to go to church with you is because a lot of women are gullible in some departments, especially when it comes to makeup and clothing. Even though some women in this day and age, when it comes to makeup and secular clothing, they're stubborn. A lot of y'all do not have a hard time, or just don't want to put that stuff down. since your husband knows to put you in a place where a lot of stubborn women think of you as the same way, that's why he probably dropped you off. And that should really tell you something. If your husband dropped you off in a church where a bunch of other secular women and you're dressing up as the same thing, that should really tell you something. That should really tell you something like, okay, this is a red flag. Okay, this is a red flag. Okay, this is a red flag. Okay, Joe, you're speaking too much. Stop it. Talk about the men. What else? What else I can think of? Also, I wanted to point out that the reason why your husband does not want to go to church with you is because a lot of pastors celebrate women more than it is about Christ. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they'll talk about Jesus, you know, how good he is, and you know, stuff and etc. But they'll praise, you know, women most often. Not to say that, you know, I'm glad that the women who fear the Lord, hey, yeah, good, yeah, cool. But you know, but it's almost almost to a point that where they're pretty much worshiping, you know, the churches, that they're pretty much worshiping the women, the mothers, and you know, and stuff like that. And I think that could cause idolatry. But yeah. Oh yeah, and a lot of men do get bashed in the churches these days. Like a lot of men, you'll hear pastors say, you know, I don't know, it's just there's a lot of emasculation in men, emasculation in the churches, and that's probably a lot of reasons why. That's why possibly your husband probably doesn't want to go to church with you, because there is a lot of like bashment, and not bashment. Yeah, there's a lot of bashing towards